My 2018 Mustang GT is one of the best cars I've ever owned. With just a ported intake manifold, catback exhaust, and cold air intake from VMP Performance, it made 473 wheel horsepower on 93 octane with the 10-speed automatic. It's my daily driver and it's done me absolutely no wrong so far. With all my cosmetic mods complete, I really didn't know where else to go with the car. I love my Fortunato suspension, my Michelin tires, and the power is really great. But then I finally got the itch for some boost. VMP Performance helped me with Smurf, my 2013 Mustang GT, which made 700 wheel horsepower. I'm still in love with my OG car to this day, but I wasn't going to let SUBZERO get walked all over. I've returned to my hometown of Richmond, Virginia to visit National Speed, a company who is trying to change the aftermarket performance industry. What I really like about it is that they're really focused on an amazing experience with technicians who are literally top tier. They've relocated the best techs from Maine all the way to Florida to create a super team of car enthusiasts under one roof. They offer performance packages, which makes life so insanely easy to the customer. National Speed is a one-stop shop. Performance packages, a lab-grade in-ground dyno, and their head tuner Vlad owns a 1,500 wheel horsepower Supra himself that runs sevens. They don't mess around here. I picked this place because the shop is clean, organized, well-lit, and has a customer lounge and a dyno observation area. So it was a no-brainer to team up with National Speed to take my 2018 Mustang GT and make it an absolute monster with the help of the brand new VMP 2650. National Speed offers 3 different power levels for the Coyote, but I wanted to do baby steps and kind of see how things went with stage 1 right off the bat. Here we go. Oh yeah, also this is an old friend from high school, way back. Introduce yourself.
My name's Charlie, systems manager here at National Speed.
We both went very different places after high school. Yeah. We didn't play football. We weren't cool kids, and now we're working on cars, and that's
living the dream.
So after the intense unboxing of this, we have here the Loki kit, the stage 1 kit here at National Speed. Charlie, what does the stage 1 kit here at National Speed entail?
Stage 1 VMP kit comes with VMP's 2650 Supercharger, single pass heat exchanger, all fittings, hoses needed for cooling, fuel system, comes with injectors, booster pump, reservoir, all pulleys and brackets needed to install their Supercharger kit.
All in the box, ready to rock. And what's even better is with National Speed, I want a stage 1 kit. Can you just put it on for me? I'll see you in a few days.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
then you guys dyno tune it and everything.
Yep.
Other than that, Mike behind me, he is doing the oil pump gears to upgraded ones. So essentially, VMP's kit does not offer oil pump gears. They actually advertise it as just throwing an off-stock motor, ready to rock, and you'll probably be fine. But the thing is, with National Speed, they do that as a fail-safe just in case.
Additional safety measure.
Yeah, just in case, that way, peace of mind.
That's right.
Undoing all the clips.
I'm just going through and getting the harness off the valve covers and getting all these sensors and coil packs unplugged.
Do I get a warranty with my cold air intake? Like here's draining the fluids.
Yep.
Getting everything else done. Bumper is now off, so now we really look like we know what we're doing.
That's right. I'm actually taking the brake booster line off right now, getting one more thing out of the way so I can get the manifold off.
So as you can see here, naturally aspirated, not naturally aspirated, but this was the ported intake manifold for VMP. It was a really great time. That's why the car did a really great baseline run of 473 horsepower. And now this guy is gonna make a lot more. Another amazing thing too is during the process of National Speed doing the build is that Charlie, or another fine gentleman here, is documenting the entire thing. On a Google Drive that gets sent to you kind of in real time. Just like, hey, by the way, we're at this step. By the way, we're at this step. We're not screwing up your car. You're gonna be okay. At the same time, you guys store every single customer car indoors at night. Because you'll pull them out just for the day to give you guys some space, and then at night, nice and safe, and there's storage for every single car. So one really cool thing about the Loki kit is that it uses the factory airbox, believe it or not. So you take this throttle body adapter, you put it on here, and you can use the factory throttle body that goes to the factory intake. So Mike, what's the first step of getting to the oil pump gears?
Taking off this pesky harmonic balancer. That is a real big pain in the butt, because you got to assemble this puller in the engine bay. If you don't get all these little fingers lined up just right, you just can't do it. Getting the timing put back together so we can start with this fun supercharger stuff.
What do you mean you don't like doing timing stuff? Yeah, all this, if you've never seen it, just looks intimidating.
That's right.
But when you actually break it down, the Coyote is overall pretty simple.
That's right, it absolutely is. In comparison to some other cars.
Audi S4.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one for sure.
Charlie, what's he doing?
Taking out bolts.
Fascinating.
All right.
But seriously, he's taking the lid off.
We are taking the lid off.
There's the inner guts of the crazy, insane Odin.
Look at that. Nice.
Isn't nice.
Seeing this doesn't even really do it justice because it's this thick.
Right.
It's literally like 4.5 inches thick.
The way it cools down the blower is just so much more advanced than in days of past, you know?
Yeah.
So Mike, what was the point of taking this apart?
There's all of the bolts that hold the actual supercharger down are actually inside both of the plenums here. So we gotta get the lid off so we can get to all the bolts and bolt it down.
All right, Mike, how you feeling?
Good, we're getting there.
Getting the injectors in?
Getting the injectors all plugged in, and then we'll be able to set it down. And then just got a bunch of coolant lines to run and some other small things to take care of. And then
The fun part.
yeah, you get to see it make some power.
Charlie,
Yo.
how big of a pulley are you putting on Loki?
Start with a 92 millimeter.
Test fitting the factory airbox to make sure that the hose routing that I want to use is going to fit with this factory airbox too, so we don't run into issues when we go to try to swap it around and whatnot. System for the supercharger, so it makes it way easier. I won't have to bleed the heat exchanger, and it'll tell me if I have any leaks before putting coolant in it, so we won't have to worry about any coolant leaks.
Got some mad scientists here.
Mad science stuff. Charlie, you just left. I don't want it to get a bunch of air in there. I'm gonna try to just transfer it.
As you see, we have a factory airbox with a factory throttle body with a big old supercharger. It's very unique. The Loki system's very interesting, but it's a very cool stage one, having the factory headers and the factory airbox. Because, I mean, if you didn't know what you were looking at, you'd be like, that's an interesting intake manifold. just some spinny boys in there. Mike's on one of the last steps, putting in some oil, and then we gotta flash it. Okay, so it's day 2 of the Loki kit. We took our time. Mike's been doing an amazing job, and Charlie here is doing the magic. He's flashing the tune for the Loki, and we're using HP tuners, correct?
Yep, HP tuners.
The good thing is after this, we can put it on the dyno.
That's right.
And see what happens. Okay, so hopefully this works out. We put the Loki tune in the car. Mr. Mike here is doing a final inspection to make sure everything's good. Right up. Good. I don't think that I'm nervous per se. I'm more anxious. Like I'm curious. I'm really curious what this is gonna do with a factory airbox. I think that's the real big caveat. Actually, headers too. Factory headers, factory cats, all that. We're not decatting this car. We don't need to. Got the lazy boy going.
Yeah, enjoying it.
Factory airbox, catalytic converters, headers, all that good stuff. On the Loki kit, we made 605 wheel horsepower, and that is a just box tune thanks to VMP. Just sending us a Loki tune, showing what it can do. That's it, 605 horsepower. And that's essentially the biggest pulley as well, a 92 millimeter pulley, which is huge. I'm gonna go take it for a test drive first, see what I think of it, and go from there. All right, first drive in the Loki kit. I did way back in the day drive their prototype version of this, but this is the real deal. Stock airbox, stock headers, stock cats, etc., stock motor, except the oil pump gears. So we'll see what happens. Drivability, driving around town, seems very nice, seems very normal. There's nothing that's given me a red flag going, oh man, I messed with this thing. Honestly, it feels completely normal. Almost eerie how normal it feels when you're not in throttle. All right, getting gas, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's do this. Oh my God. Yes! Dude, these Michelin PS4S's, they spun for a little bit on a first gear dig and it did it. Once we got to second gear, rolled out. Wow, and I have all traction off, all of it. For a lot of people, that's a lot of power. I thankfully have experience, but yeah, it feels real smooth. When it goes through the shifts, it just blips through them. My God, that 2.3 is bananas. God. This thing squats and goes. S550 is such a cheat code to this day. This thing would probably walk out of Smurf's life. I'm not even kidding. Smurf makes 710 wheel, but with this transmission, it is just insane. Back in the day, when you had 600 wheel, you would need drag pack, fully built motor, everything. National Speed, as you saw, they made life so easy. And the Loki power numbers vary, as you can imagine, due to the elements of the airbox and everything. But even with 600 wheel, this thing is insane. All right, Loki kit. Would I recommend it? Hell yeah, I would. This is amazing. But at the same time, if you ask me, I want some more. I want some more power. And I think I know just the place to get it. So I'm gonna go back and ask National Speed to go to stage 2. I'm going to stage 2 already. I'm already hooked to this. I want more serotonin. I want more power. I wanna go faster, mama. So I'm gonna go up to that stage 2 because I need to know what it's like to remove that factory airbox remove the factory headers, and see what happens. So stage 1, amazing stuff. National Speed absolutely killed it. Incredibly impressed with their workflow, customer experience, everything. I've had a great time here. And now I'm gonna see if I can get some more. What'd it look like on the outside?
Squatted when you punched it.
I know, it was crazy.
Off. You took off, man.
This thing's fast, dude. But Charlie, stage 2?
Stage 2, let's do it.
Let's do it. And on that note, I upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And if you would like to see the next episode, make sure to subscribe and also hit that like button and leave a comment down below. My experience with stage 1 at National Speed was incredible. Everything went smooth. It was a wonderful time hanging out at the shop, and it's nothing but good vibes. So if you're interested in National Speed, go to the link in the description below and let them know that I sent you. Stage 2 is definitely going to transform this thing by a lot. Thanks so much, guys, and I will see you next time.